Hello, it's me, R.R. Lee, and this is the Gladwyn Simulacrum. Our target is right there in the corner. We're just gonna run up behind him and throw a coin over here into this corner. We want to do this before Caruso gets too close, because if he gets into the garden, he will get offended by the sound that coin made and send one of his bodyguards instead of this gardener that can recognize us, and we'll have to do this over again. There's no point in trying to salvage it, especially with how short this level is, and we can just run behind everybody. They won't get suspicious of us in time. There is one camera to shoot out right here, and after that we're free and clear. They can also recognize us, but so long as we keep our distance and a wide angle, they won't recognize us and we can leave. The two people that are supposed to be guarding this mansion and are in charge of letting people in, making sure no one suspicious gets in, do not recognize us. Everybody else can, not them. Ain't that nice? They must have padded their resume, and it was done in a little bit over a minute. Now we have a second target. He's way off in the distance. Same as before, we're going to run up behind and throw a coin into this corner. You can see Caruso coming in for a couple of frames.
What the hell was that?
Gotta be fast, and he's okay, he was able to figure it out. I don't know why sometimes he does that, but sometimes he'll walk in the garden still. He won't come down here. I don't know why he does that, because even though the coin bounces around a lot, it should still bring him over here. And we're going to throw him over the edge so that we'll get an accident kill, because we're going to be on the map a little bit longer. And because it was an accident kill, it doesn't matter if his body gets found. Like it just was. Wow, okay. That doesn't matter because it was an accident. Okay, he did it to himself. We had no part in that. Also, the chef, keep him in mind. You can see that we didn't bump into him, right? We didn't touch him, but he took offense to our presence, much like Caruso will if we throw the coin a little bit later at the beginning of this level. So if we get too close to the chef, then he will say some things and he will go back to where he came from, back into the kitchen. For the later levels of this, we don't want that to happen. But for now, we're just going to throw a coin right there.
What?
It'll distract him
Possible intruder.
so that he goes away. Once he gets far enough, about a few steps away from where we dropped the coin, we're going to choke out this guy and throw him over the edge. We have just enough time, literally just enough time to do that before he'll turn around. You can see on the mini-map that he's leaving, but that usually is not the case. If we're too slow, instead of turning around and going in the other direction, he will come to where we are. He will turn his head and see us throw him over the edge. So as soon as he gets about 3 steps away from where we dropped the coin, and you want to drop it around where I did, choke him out, throw him over the edge. Also, we're trespassing in the kitchen, so we gotta wait for all of them to be in the lower left corner. And we have a key for this place because it is our apartment, our safe house, so we can just climb up and get through there so that we can get to our beetle and leave the level safely. Probably about twice as long as level 1 to do all of that, because we had to go to the other end of the mansion to kill our second target. Yeah, about 2.5 times as long. For level 3, if it'll load, we have a third target. Common theme for level 3. Alright, same as before, we're going to throw a coin into this corner. And if you look at the minimap, as soon as Caruso's white dot gets even with the solid gray line, that's when he will take offense to us throwing this coin. So we have about 1.5 seconds to work with. Bear that in mind for later. We're gonna throw him over while Caruso's lining up his shot. Body was found, but it's not up here because the screen did not turn gray. Okay, we're gonna poison this drink. There is no one looking at us. No one's looking at us. As long as we do that first one fast, no one will be looking at us. And if you look at the minimap, that red dot down there, he's the guy that's on a phone call right now by the ledge. I was trying to inject him with a poison, with lethal injection. I was trying to do that before, but that is just silly because the guy that is next to him, his bodyguard, his mansion security guy, he will just constantly be looking at you no matter what. No matter what you do, like literally, no matter what you do. I shoot out a camera, I leave a weapon just like I did for this guy to keep him distracted for longer so that I can throw this guy over the edge. And he will go to investigate, and the entire time that he is investigating, he will not be looking at your weapon or the coin, or if you shoot out like a camera or something, you cause some kind of distraction. He will not look at the distraction. He will be looking at you the entire time. So the best way to kill that guy, our new target who just died right now from poison kill, you can see it on the top right, poison kill. The best way to do it is to just poison his drink. That is the best, the easiest way to go about it, because that security guard, that bodyguard that is next to him, he just has his head on a swivel. It's like a compass. Okay, you are a magnet, you are a piece of iron, and he is the pointy end of the compass, just constantly facing you the entire time. So just poison his drink. Just poison his drink. The layout for all of these levels is not going to change. You don't need to change it. Just get the lethal poison vial and the coins. That's all you need. Oh yeah, and a gun. And a gun, but that's not a tool item. That's standard. See, and it only took 1 second longer than the last one. Just 1 second longer. Now we have to kill them all within 30 seconds of each other. This is where the lethal poison vial comes in handy. So now we're going to do a little bit of prep. We're not going to kill our first target immediately. We're just going to choke him out for now. What? And like how I was saying about the poison vial, I was originally trying to do this with the lethal injection, and it was cutting it very, very close with the timing of everything. So using this vial gives you about an extra 10 seconds, I would say, at most, of wiggle room, so that you can take out your last target, the security guard that's with the other guy leaning on the railing. You can take your time with that. Doing it any other way than this is just cutting it close. We're gonna drag him behind these bushes, well, these hedges, and we're gonna wait for him to move, or if a gray silhouette comes in on the right, like if he comes up to walk, he's moving now, I believe. Yeah, he's moving now, so we're just gonna crack his neck. No one's gonna come over there and see his body, so we're just gonna crack his neck, leave him there. We don't have to throw him off the ledge. And as soon as his red silhouette starts moving, or the guy that we ran past that was shading his face from the sun, as soon as we see his silhouette or his red one starts to move, we're gonna crack his neck and run over here. As you see, body found, he was poisoned. We had 5 seconds left, and we have enough time now. We have a good bit of time because he's gonna move, and we are going to shoot him in the back of the head. We need to wait for him to either go in the door or to get right there against that railing. And he almost saw us. But his body actually fell in a good way, and I'm going to pick that up. I don't want him to get distracted by that, because then he'll probably see his body. I don't want anyone to see that. That was a bad decision. I'll take that back, thank you. But because of where he fell, the mansion staff girl that takes the smoke outside, she won't see his body. because he fell before that flower pot. He was actually lined up against it, so she's not gonna see him. The alternative, if you don't want to shoot him there, and I'm gonna do that for the next one. We're gonna wait for him to open the door, and then we're gonna shoot him in the head. And no one's gonna see him because he'll be inside. That one's just a little bit more difficult to do, because the door may close if we take too long, and then we'll have to do it all over again because we won't have enough time to kill him. That's the only downside to that. But that's what I'm gonna do for level 5, so that you can see what I mean. And now there are landmines. We aren't getting the disarm device, so follow the path that I take, because it is a pain to get. So we're going to run it diagonally. You see how I'm running, and I'm aiming for this corner to be on my left?
Okay.
That's what we need to do, because there is a landmine on our right and left. We don't want to get too close because they will explode. We're gonna choke them out, leave them here. We're going to go to the bottle. I'm gonna poison it because no one will be looking in our direction right now. Now we're gonna go back to his body, and we're gonna drag him just like how we had before for level 4. We're gonna drag him behind these shrubberies over here, because no one comes over here to look. And we're gonna wait for his red silhouette, the red silhouette of our target, or for that guy that was shading his face before for him. Yeah, you see he's walking up, so we can choke him out. And we can climb up here, because the landmine is to our right. And we're going to hug the wall that is next to this guy, because there's a landmine next to him. And now we're just gonna run, and we don't want to hit the chef. We don't want to hit the chef. We want him to come over here, because there are a lot of landmines, and we don't want to trigger any of them. So we're just gonna continue walking in a circle right here on this side of the table. If we stop walking, then he will get suspicious of us. He'll just stand in place. You see, got landmines all around this table, and he's gonna go in to that door now. Okay, he's going in there. So as soon as the door opens, gotta line up our shot. Bang! He should fall forward enough so that the door closes behind him, which is pretty cool, and no one will find his body. The person that's still leaning on the railing, and the mansion staff girl that's having her smoke can't see what just happened. That's all 3 of them eliminated within 30 seconds of each other. You see, and he was going earlier too. He was leaving to go through that door earlier. I have no idea why, but we had the timing right, and that is what is important. As soon as we're out, there are no more mines, because it's just in the mansion area. Also, they don't have any in the kitchen. It's that last place that they have mines is right there on that round thing with the tree. That's the last place with mines. So long as we don't blow up there, it's mission accomplished. We just have to leave without getting spotted by the people in the kitchen. And that is a mission accomplished for the Gladwyn Simulacrum. We got the picture. I'd like to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you'll enjoy the next one as well. Goodbye.